What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. What a day, man. Things are exciting right now in crypto. If you've been around all year, man, this is some of the most exciting that it's been, right? Because generally speaking, this last quarter of the year for crypto, for Bitcoin, it tends to be good. It tends to be good. And things weren't looking so good, right? They were looking a little bit like we were going to have a laggard of a end of the year. But man, things are turning around right now, guys. There's a lot of stuff brewing. But anyways, talking about Bitcoin Cash here, looking at the weekly RSI. I just love looking at it, man, because it's so strong, so very strong looking. Just higher lows, higher highs, probably going into the overbought zone. We're seeing some positive price action now, but we're going to see a lot more once we get into this overbought zone. And I do think that we're on a trajectory right now that's going to take us there by the end of the year. So we're going to see some fireworks fly, probably, if not by the end of the month, by the end of next month, sometime by the end of the year. And where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? From top to bottom here. Look at that, man. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. We are in the sweet spot. We are literally right in the sweet spot, man. We actually broke above the 618. Ooh, would that be? I would count that as like the first pass. I would count that. Like technically you rejected it once, twice, maybe even 3 times here, but I would count this as or maybe actually once. This is the second pass, yeah. Once, twice, second pass. With something like this, being that it is the second pass, I would actually think that we go higher. I think that if we come to the 618, we probably will find support at 250. Sad news to the Red Dragon Riders out there. Good news to the Green Dragon Riders. We're probably not going to go too much below 250. You're probably not going to see prices that are below 230. Things are looking good, man. I know down here I was expecting it to go lower. I am very happy that even though I was expecting it to go lower, that I packed my bags at 212, man. I'm very, very happy. I packed some of them up down here, right? I bought this wick. I was a part, not even, like, my highest buy, I think, was at 180. Maybe it was 175. I forget. I gotta look at that. But I had a few buy orders that got hit back here, and I really loaded up down on this bottom here. Even though I was expecting it to go lower, because I didn't want to play the game with it, man. I wanted to get in just because stuff like this happens. Unpredictable things can happen, right? No, you're not right 100% of the time, and you're not wrong 100% of the time, you know. But it was a good area to get in. I feel like we were at the 382 coming off the 618, bouncing there, and coming back up like this, man. This kind of move that we're seeing right now is normally indicative that we're going to move to these extensions, right? This is like the next stop. Maybe we find some resistance along the way at about 284, 304, something like that. Totally fine, totally fine. But ultimately, guys, we're not going to see some kind of major pullback like this again until we see prices that are above $398 or at least, you know, somewhere there to like $500, somewhere in that range. And yes, we could go higher. We absolutely could go higher. What is this doing right now? What do we got going on there? I don't know. I want to compare it to the last extension we had and just see from top to bottom, moved up to the 1886. You actually went a little bit past that. Very deep retracement. You came back and tested your 100 line. Not common, but a strong signal nonetheless. Let's see. That's nice to see, the 1886. So what'd you do with this one over here? From top to bottom. Come on now. The 1886. Woohoo! That's very encouraging to see. I'm just curious here, man. Top to bottom. 2272. Okay, deeper extensions, man. It likes its deeper extensions. This one looks like a shallower or like an expected. Yeah, 1272. Okay, that's normal. What about this one here? 1886, just above it again, man. Okay, that's encouraging, you guys. That's actually really encouraging. Top to bottom, would you look at that shit? Above the 1618, so the 1786 came back down and then went all the way up to the 2272. I love it. I love it, man. I really do. Just curious. One more. I just real curious. Okay, 2886 all the way down here. That was a deep fall. I don't think we'll see something like that ever again. But to the upside or to the downside. I mean, maybe to the upside. But long story short, guys, I think that it's conservative to say that we're going to go between $400 and $500. The odds, we just looked at it, right? The odds are we'll probably go above $500 before we see some kind of major pullback. We could even go up to $800, and this could all happen by the end of the year, if not potentially within the first couple months of 2024, you know, by the end of February. I would think that we make a move above $400 probably by the end of this year. But it could be a lot higher than that, man. Once we break this high, really probably once we break this 886 at about $304, things are going to get exciting, right? Things are going to get really exciting. I want to go back to the weekly RSI because when we get above there, when we get above that 886, we're probably going to be in this overbought zone, and that's when the strong moves tend to happen, right? And we continue to crawl from there. So, just long story short, guys, very exciting things. I think it's conservative to expect these prices, and it's not at all optimistic to expect these prices or even higher, right? We just went through it. You literally just saw me measure like basically every single major retracement or extension that we've had in this thing's history. Sure, I didn't measure all of them, but like a lot of them. I think it's totally within the realm of reason to expect prices that are above $600 by the end of this year. It could happen, and I know I wasn't calling for that in my last couple of videos, but man, you know, just sometimes it just takes noticing other things, right? I haven't looked at these extensions. I've looked at like common retracements, but pair that with the fact that we've got the weekly going on, we've got bullish things going on in the media right now with the Bitcoin ETF news. It looks like it might actually get passed. Like, things are different right now, man, and we could definitely see a move up like that before the halving, and then have some kind of major pullback to the 1272, maybe even down to the 1886, right? Just because we break out of this zone, if you want to call it a bull flag or whatever, you know, just because we break out of this zone doesn't mean that we can't come back to like the top, the previous area of resistance, find support there, and then build from there, right? That's actually very normal. So even if we do just continue to ride, it will give us another opportunity to buy back in. If you were to play the game and try to sell, I'm not selling, man. I'm not going to sell my Bitcoin Cash until 2025, personally, until we're above 13K. But for those of you that want to play the game, there's a little bit of a roadmap there. It's not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but good things in store for Bitcoin Cash for sure. Is this move up? Are we going to take a break? It's possible. You know, we could take a little breather here. The day looks red right now, but I don't know, man. There's a lot of day left. There's a lot of day left. We could absolutely, I mean, man, we could absolutely go up from here. We could continue to. We're very strong on this daily RSI right now. Love to see it. Really do love to see it. There's not a whole lot of volume. I wonder, what are we doing on Binance? The USDT pairing. Not a lot of volume. So maybe we do take a breather. But a breather from here, we're at 260 right now. Maybe we go back to 244, right? Something like that. Maybe we go back to 250 because there was like a fib area in that zone, right? 250, I think, is the 618, right? From top to bottom, 253. We can go back, we can wick back below it, but I don't think, guys, I really don't think that we're going to see days that close below this. If we see one day close below it, the next day is not going to close below it. That's my like genuine hypothesis at the moment. To be completely fair, though, we have been disrespecting this like whole kind of fib. The one time that we like showed respect at all was at the 618 this first time and kind of here, but we've really disrespected this. So maybe we could close below the 618 and still be overall bullish. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. We really could go below 250. I know I was saying that we probably won't in the beginning of the video, but we could go below 250. I don't think we're going to go below 240. Probably not much below 245. If we even go below like 253, we might not even do that. So are we going to pull back here? Maybe a little bit, but I don't think this move is done, man. I don't think it's done. And we can actually see that probably in the more relative immediate fib extension here on this top to bottom. We didn't even hit the 1272, man. We didn't even hit it. I don't think it's done. I really don't think it's done. That 886 is right there at 250. It's very common to find support on your 886 before going into these extensions. So I think that this like more immediate move won't be done until we see about maybe 300. Maybe at the least like 272, which we got close to, but something there. But you know, 300 to like 311, somewhere around there. We form a double top, get a lot of people scared, make them think that things are going to go lower now, and then probably from there we go up. You know, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we did something like that, right? and it looks like a double top. But really what we'll do is just find support on a previous area of support, maybe a previous area of resistance, maybe exactly like at the price we're at now, and then continue to build from there. And look at that, how I even have it drawn, man. It just looks perfect. It looks absolutely perfect, right? Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's not as perfect. Maybe it goes lower. Maybe it goes lower. Whatever. That would still be around, what, like 245, something like that. If we saw a major pullback, it could be something like that, but it might not. It might not pull back all the way like that. If we're forming parabolic structure, I don't know if we would. Oh, I'm speaking too much in hypotheticals right now. But regardless of all that, guys, I think that we probably do, before we see a major pullback, like a more, and I say a major one, but like kind of like this, right? I think we're going to continue to climb up to about 280 to 300, maybe even 311 before seeing some kind of more significant pullback like this. I don't think we're going to see a significant pullback like this until we reach prices that are above $500, probably. At least above $400, but anywhere from probably like $400 to $800, new highs beyond this, before we see some kind of significant pullback like this. And I doubt that the next pullback will be this drawn out. It'll probably be a lot quicker. It could be this drawn out. I don't know. It all depends on how we are from, or where we are from the halving. But I think Bitcoin Cash, man, without people like really realizing it or talking about it, I think, you know, we've talked about it a few times on this channel, but I think it's leading the markets, guys. I think it's doing bullish things before a lot of things are doing bullish things. It had one of the most eruptive moves, explosive moves that we've seen, and nobody talked about it, man. It's the ones that people know about. Everyone knows about Bitcoin Cash, but they don't pay attention to it. It's cryptos like that get away from the crowd, man. They'll start to pay attention to it when it's worth like 10K. They'll start to pay attention to it, but by then it's too late. We all know, we're all in right now. 260, man. At 260, you're still buying at a very cheap price for what this thing is going to do. From here, it's completely possible by the end of the bull market to see a 100x. It absolutely is. I don't think that we're going to see 26K by the end of the bull market, but I think that it's absolutely possible. If we go BCH USD on Coinbase, just to end it on a bullish note, as I have been doing the last couple times I talk about it, from all-time high to all-time low on this very significant fib scale that we have, which we found resistance on the 382, support on the 236. I mean, technically, man, with this look, we'd actually go here. Like, we could go up to 900, maybe up to 1200, like, really soon. That could happen. But by the end of the bull market, I would think we go at least to 13K, if not potentially all the way up to 53K. That's the area of expectation, but generally speaking, it is. But I would kind of more expect this zone, somewhere between about 23K to 13K by the end of the bull market. Could we go higher than that? Sure. Could we go higher than this even? Sure. But I don't think we're going to see this zone. I really don't. I think we will probably get stopped out somewhere around this 1272 to 1414. That'll be it for the bull market. And then, you know, throughout its time, I think Bitcoin Cash has potential to go a lot higher. But all in all, being worth 260 with the potential to go up here, it's a good coin to invest in, man. I'm definitely happy with my investment. I don't plan on selling it at any point. For those of you that want to play the game, best of luck to you. It's a relatively fun coin, I think, to trade because there is a lot of volatility. This is not financial advice, but you know, it is what it is. So for those of you that want to play the game, I don't know, man. If I was to be trading this thing, I would wait till we were at least $400 before selling it because it can be unpredictable, man. Again, I thought we were going lower down here. And I bought anyways because I know it can be unpredictable, right? I just wanted to get in. I literally said it in my videos. I was like, I don't want to play the game. I just want to get in. I think it could go lower, you know, statistically speaking, but I'm just going to buy anyways. And what we got was a higher low and a series of higher lows, and we're forming a higher high now. So enough rambling, enough talk. That's all I got for you guys. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. Shout out to the Dragon Riders and the House of the Dragon. I forgot that. I'm sorry, but I won't forget it again. I promise. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.